This is Outside the Round with Matt Burrill, a Raise Rowdy podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill. Today, a good homie of mine, someone who I've gotten to become boys with this summer because we've been rocking the country together.
Yeah,
it's my boy, Jay Webb.
What's good, dog?
Brother, thanks for coming and doing this.
Dude, thanks for having me. Been a long-time viewer and fan of this, and it's surreal to be here, man.
Dude, your show, because I'm doing like 15 festivals this year. So and we host events and we see all kinds of performances and everything. And everyone's asked me, like, what have been some of your favorites this year? And every time that we've gotten to have you on the Raise Rowdy stage has been a highlight for me, Ike, Nikki T, like our whole crew, man. Like,
Thank you, man.
Your live show goes so hard.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, dude, I've only been doing this since summer of 2024.
Really?
Late summer. Like, first time I ever stepped on a stage.
So we're only like 2 years in.
Yeah, and we're winging it, dude. Like, I'm winging it. Like, when you say that, it makes me feel so good because I'm like, oh, thank God it didn't suck. Like, every show I'm just like, did it suck? Oh, thank God it didn't suck.
Dude, you know who your crowd is.
For sure.
And that last show in Ashland, Kentucky, bro.
Oh, dude, it was insane. It was insane. Yeah, pop a picture of that shit up. Dude, it was, when I showed my mom that crowd, she said, oh my God, how did you not throw up? And I was like, dude, it just kept going, man.
Yeah.
And dude, y'all's stage is so lit, and it's like the perfect fit for what we do. You know?
Yeah, man. And I mean, because I think the first one we had you on was in South Georgia, was Bloomingdale, Georgia.
That's right.
Then we had Tailgates.
Yep.
Then
Tailgates was great.
Tailgates is such a cool festival.
Might be my favorite day of any festival ever.
Yeah, because who else was on? Jesse was on that one,
yeah,
right?
Big X, Jesse, Cameron Whitcomb was great. I thought we did great, and then I watched Cameron run on the stage and do a backflip, and I was like, well, some things, you just gotta let it be.
Yeah, dude. And then Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then
are we doing South Dakota?
I think were you guys in South Dakota?
Oh, it already happened?
Yeah.
No, we wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there. I thought y'all were at that one. That one was Atlas and Demon then.
Yeah.
I got it.
Atlas is so sick.
Yeah, and he's part of that Real American tour as well.
Dude.
Alternating on the dates. But dude, I kind of want to back up. So you've been doing this, you said, since summer of 24.
Live shows since then, because I waited until I had 1 million monthly listeners to perform because I was scared. I was scared shitless. Like, I was so nervous. And I grew up performing for family and stuff.
Yeah.
But every time, even back then, it was just like my nerves, dude. Like, I have bad anxiety, and they just like would take over, And so summer 2024, I told myself, if you get 1 million monthly listeners, you have to like do it, And I had a buddy really pushing me to do it, and I was like, shit, I guess I got to do it, man. And we launched a headline tour, opened up for Chase Matthew at the same time, and just ran it, dude.
That makes a lot of sense that your first opening slot was with Chase.
Yeah.
Y'all's shows are similar,
really?
And that it's high energy, and I can tell that you picked up on some things because Chase commands a crowd like nobody else. Like, he's one of the best doing it right now.
Yeah, dude. I watched him walk out for the first time, and I was like, oh, they're just like glued to the way that he moves and stuff. Then like watching Jelly on this last tour, we opened for Jelly, and it was like even another level of just commanding a whole, amphitheater of people, and it just blows my mind, dude. I'm just like sitting back there taking notes.
Yeah, dude. What was that first show that you did? Do you remember where it was?
With Chase?
Whether it was with Chase or one of the headline ones.
Oh, yeah. It was a festival in Kentucky. So, crazy story, actually. It was supposed to be in Colorado with my buddy Eddie and this guy, Noah Hicks.
Oh, yeah. Two great friends. Shout out Eddie in the Getaway, Noah Hicks. Day one.
That was supposed to be my first show. So, we pile up in my pickup truck, me, my drummer, and my sound guy, and my girl. And we head up to Colorado, dude. It was like a 25-hour drive.
Jeez.
And then that shit got rained out, dude.
Oh, no.
And I was sitting there in this like green room trailer they had, and I'm just like downing beers.
Yeah.
And I can't keep beer down because I'm so nervous, bro. And I'm like, God, there's like maybe 50 people out there, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'd puke up the beer, and I'd be like, damn, dude, you got to keep something down. So, like, yeah, I was just like, nerves were coming, and Eddie starts playing, and then they cut it because of lightning. And I was like, oh, thank God. So then I was like, went out there on the stage to tell everybody, like, sorry, we can't play or whatever. And they were freaking out and like screaming and wanting me to sign shit. And I was like, oh, this is like more comfortable than I thought it would be to be up here, you know. So that kind of eased me in it for the next show we had, which was in Kentucky, and it was like a festival or something, and we just played it, and it was badass. But
wow,
yeah, I drank a lot back then.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I want to talk about your story of coming up, because I think part of what draws the crowd in is similar to Jelly, similar to Chase, similar to Brantley, to a lot of people. You sing songs for the underdogs. You sing songs for guys and girls that grew up like you did and had to struggle through some difficult chapters in life. So walk me through. I know you're from Coleman originally, spent time down in Mobile.
Yep. It's hard to say. Like, I feel like I'm just from Alabama.
From Alabama.
Because, dude, I've ripped up and down that state. Me and my mom lived in 26 different homes before I was 7 years old.
Wow.
So we moved about 20. We kept moving back in with my grandma too. So like we moved probably 35 times before I was 8 total, you know, just back in with her, new house, new trailer, wherever we could find that was cheaper, you know, because she was working like 2 jobs and she didn't have a lot of money. So then my dad lived in Mobile. So I would drive, or they would drive every other weekend, 5 hours down the interstate one way.
Just up and down 65.
Just so I could see my dad.
Gosh.
And so I think we added it up one time. It was so many miles before I was like 16 and could drive, you know? But yeah, so we moved so many times, and being back and forth in Mobile, I feel like I have 2 hometowns, Coleman and Mobile, but I graduated from Mobile, met my wife in Mobile, like almost feel like more roots there, you know, but spent a lot of time in Coleman. It was just a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I've gotten to know both of those places really well.
Really?
Years of Rock the South. And my first touring gig was with the Muscadine Bloodline guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I know Soul Kitchen very well. Yeah. I know, I think it's Brickyard or Brick something. There's a bar. There's a bar down there. Been to Boo Radley's. I've been out in.
Have y'all played the Sanger?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been through Mobile a bunch of times, and the original home of Mardi Gras. I know New Orleans claims it, but it is.
If you ask anybody from Mobile, though, it's Mobile.
Yeah. What was it like growing up down there?
It was cool. Like, I felt like there was a lot more soul in Mobile than, you know, North Alabama was very country, like almost Appalachian, you know, territory. My parents have different accents, both Southern, but just that little bit of space created different, you know. So Mobile, you have Mardi Gras, you have the beach. Like, I'm a beach bum, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I love the beach. You have a lot of different like options with stuff to do. To whereas North Alabama, you're like kind of throwing rocks at a tree. Like, there's not a lot to do there. But I love it. But it's like, it's not the same, you know.
Yeah, and just the music that has come out of Alabama over the years, going all the way back to the Fame Studios, Muscle Shoals stuff, to country stuff, to rap stuff, to rock stuff. I mean,
dude.
You have so much. So, like, what did you grow up listening to and bumping?
Dude, everything, man. I'll say Johnny Cash was my first, like, I don't think I knew what an artist was until I saw Johnny Cash. I didn't get it. Like, my grandma would be listening to George Jones or, you know, Waylon Jennings, or like even down to like very Vern Gosdin. I don't know if you know who that is. Like,
yes.
Deep cut, but like
Chiseled in Stone.
That was my first concert, was Vern Gosdin.
Wow.
Yeah, in Coleman at the Civic Center. Yeah, and he sold his merch, and he was just there by himself. And then he came down and sold his merch and signed stuff after. And like, I think I fell asleep, but I remember him playing that song.
How old were you at a Vern Gosdin show?
He was old.
Yeah.
I was maybe 5.
Wow.
Like, he was old though. Like, barely able to do it, I think, you know. But it was sick now. I didn't know who it was then, but it was sick now. But yeah, when I saw Johnny Cash, like, I think my grandma had some posters or like, I don't know, cassette tapes or something, and I saw it, and it was like him, whatever it was, is him flipping the middle finger.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got to figure out what this is. Like, this is
attitude.
Crazy. Yeah, dude, attitude. Like, and I dove into it, and he like represented people that were not doing great in life, you know. And I think I just fell in love with that. And Kid Rock was an early inspo for me. Just like my dad would jam the CD with Devil Without a Cause. It had these like 2 middle fingers like this, and I would always look at it and I would be like, I wonder what that means. Like, I didn't know what the middle fingers meant, you know. Anybody like that was a little outlaw, a little gritty, you know. They really inspired me to.
Yellow Wolf an influence at all?
I didn't really know. I feel like when I was growing up, maybe I was in middle school when he was popping. Not too much, but now I love.
Because I know he's a Gadsden guy.
He's a Gadsden guy. Half of my mom's family's from Gadsden, so like I don't think we really listen to much of that. Like, but now I realize how much of an artist he is, and it blows my mind that I missed that somehow growing up. You know.
But you're carrying the torch that he was carrying as well. Like you
That's
are, man.
I hope so.
You are, dude. And I've gotten to see it in different markets with these crowds where it's not just like people in their 20s rocking out. Like it's little kids, it's old heads, it's a mix of everybody.
It really is.
Like talk about what you think a Jay Webb crowd kind of looks like and feels like.
At my headline shows, dude, it really is all ages. It feels like family. I never feel like I'm going out having to impress anybody. It's very much people that, you know, struggled at some point in their life or have been through some kind of pain or trauma in their life, and they're just kind of all there. They generally like each other unless they're in a fighting mood, then like they will throw down and we have to stop the show. But it feels like family, you know. It feels like family. It's definitely we've seen it all, but to me it's like therapeutic to be around people that also share the same trauma as me, you know, man. As weird as it sounds.
Yeah, and you were talking about your grandma and growing up in that broken home environment and having to move around a lot. How important was it to have a rock like your grandmother?
Oh, it was great
in your life.
It was great
being a grandma's boy. Because I'm a proud grandma's boy.
Are you really?
Yeah, man, I'm a proud grandma's boy.
I mean, I had two sets of grandparents. On my mom's side, she lost her dad when she was pregnant with me. My grandma had remarried. That's the only grandpa I knew on her side. So like that was basically my granddad, you know. And then my dad's parents are still together to this day. Yeah. So I had two sets of grandparents. So like I was having so much love from them, and they were listening to old music. I thought they were the coolest thing ever, you know. They were all my rock. And then when I met my wife in 9th grade, I fell in love with her grandmother, and she's tattooed on the back of my neck now. She showed me a kind of love that I didn't know existed, you know. I mean, just took me in, and we basically, you know, lived there, and she's got this little house out in the middle of the woods. It was beautiful, like on a river, and like basically raised me as from a 15-year-old to an adult, you know. Wow. And so I feel like grandparents have been like my angels in this life.
Yeah, and there's the love that a parent can give, and then there's the love that a grandparent can give.
Yeah, dude.
You know, and there's nothing quite like it. You know, like I try my best to keep in touch with my grandparents that are back up north, like as best I can. Yeah. Like, and there's just the love and support that you get from them is unlike anything else, man.
Dude, the TikToks of like grandparents, like it'll be like some sob stories, like we leave the front porch light on for, dude, they make me cry my eyes out, dude. I'll be laying in bed at night and it'll be like, and then I pulled into the drive and the front porch light was on, and I was like, why is y'all's front porch light on? And they're like, just in case anybody ever wants to stop by. And I'm like, I'm like sitting there crying, like calling my grandma at midnight. You know? Like,
yeah, dude, it's special. It's special stuff. So what led to you making the drive up 65 to get here to Nashville?
So graduated high school, made music for a long time, made music in high school, got made fun of. It was bad. To be fair, I say I got bullied for it. I did, but it was really bad. So like, you know, it was kind of granted, like, not that bullying's okay.
What kind of music were you doing? Were you like the local rapper kid on SoundCloud or what?
Yeah, that and whatever I woke up and decided to try that day. Like it could be jazz, it could be. I know me and my buddy did a Jason Aldean cover, and we walked into school at Saraland High School, and everyone was pointing and singing the song and just making fun of us and laughing, and I was like, shit, it must have not been that good, you know, like, but I made music for another probably 8 years, you know, 7-8 years after we graduated, and just chipped away at like the art of it. I knew I could get good enough to do it. And then I moved back up to North Alabama, and I think I met Eddie in the Getaway through a mutual friend. And he was like, dude, you should move up to Nashville. Like, we did a song together. I came up here and I was like, dude, there's a lot more people up here doing this than in Coleman, Alabama. You know, like I was just sitting in my room making music in the dark all day, like weirdo.
Yeah.
And he was like, you need to like get around other people that are doing it. And I was like, I don't know, man. Sounds like a crazy idea. He was like, no, this is what you do. So we took everything we had, we packed it up, moved up here, and things took off started touring and stuff after that. Things got better, but it was only like a 2-hour move from where we were at.
Yeah, coming from Alabama, that's what I tell people. Like I've talked about that with Gary and Chuck and with Ella and Trey and all the Alabama folks that I know very well. Like I've kind of adopted Alabama as like my third or fourth state just because I've spent so much time down there. And I'm like, yeah, like you guys have a music scene down there. Yeah. But it's not terribly far to where it's like coming up to Nashville is easy.
It's so easy. Yeah. I used to drive up for the day, shoot videos or whatever. When we did that song, I was like, he kept calling me. He'd be like, we need more content. And I was like, dude, damn, I just left yesterday. And he's like, I know, bro, but would you mind? And I'm like, dude, you come to me. We'll shoot here. So we just went back and forth. But I drove up here a lot and then was just like, I was lucky. I was very blessed because when I got here, I think I signed with my booking agency before I even moved up here. Booking and possibly my publishing deal before I moved up here too. So I was very lucky. Either right when I moved up or, somewhere. But I feel like I talked to a lot of artists that are like, hey, man, I'm trying to get in with this booking agency or this publishing company. And, like, I know it's a grind, but I don't even know what to tell them because, like, they just reached out and I came up and it just worked out.
And that's that's CAA, right?
Yeah, CAA and then Sony for publishing.
Great places to be. It's funny. Michael over at CAA has texted me.
Like, oh, really? Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
my dog.
Man, he's like, man, look, thank you for doing so many videos with Jay. I'm like, bro, thank you for having Jay on our stage.
Dude,
like,
I know. I thought, dude, seriously, thank y'all though. Y'all post so much that we did. Like at these festivals.
Well, we want to showcase the best experiences that happen on our stage, man. And you're one of those guys that, like, it's when I think of what Raised Rowdy is, like, it started with Nick and I going to a ton of concerts. Like, we like to say front row or don't go. And, like, being in the pit, like, I haven't been. I'm side stage during your shows just because the crowd is so full. That I'd have to be back at front of house.
Yeah, you're always right.
But whenever I'm at, whenever we go over to watch the main stage acts, like we're in the pit. Like
me too.
Like Ike and I, we go in VIP side. I don't quite get the Gen Pop, but like we're in the VIP side.
Dude.
Like for Treaty Oak, I'm in there. Like I'm getting hit with shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to be in it.
Yeah.
So it's like to watch like the live music part of it and the live show part of it is what made Nikki T want to start this shit.
Yeah.
And whenever we see a guy or girl or a band doing this, getting people going, bro, like we're going to talk about it, you know,
dude,
man?
I appreciate it, dude. I don't even know what I'm doing or we just run out there and I just try to make the people happy.
To me, like from my perspective of watching your show, you come out and you fire everybody up right away. We're down here, we drink beer, na, 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 na. Like you get the crowd just going right away. And then there's moments where you're singing Broken and you get the waterworks start going for people and you're getting them in their field. Then you hit them with Type Shit. And then like it's a roller coaster, man. And that to me is what the best shows are.
Yeah, me too.
They're ups and downs. You want to make somebody feel something every song, whether it's
for sure
hype, whether it's like a rallying cry, or whether it's something sad.
That's right. The worst thing that can happen is they feel nothing. You know, then you're not doing your job. If they just start indifferent, you know, like I love that, and it's been cool. Like we change the set each tour to like a new theme, and like for the headline shows, you know, it's like a new thing. And this fall is by far our best. We have some crazy, like, dude, if it don't go viral on TikTok, I will be so shocked. Like, it's the coolest set we've ever had, man. We spent so much time on it. So,
yeah, man, and the Homesick Tour is coming up. Like,
it is,
and you're someone, shout out to your booking agency and your team, because it is hard out here for guys and girls to get shows. And you've got, like, I think we were talking in Kentucky, you got, I think it was like 50
yeah, it's
more
about 50 this fall.
Before the end of the year?
Oh, before Thanksgiving. Before second week in November, dude.
Before second week in November.
Yeah. I just told my manager, I was like, can you please just book however many shows? And Michael, you know, I told him too. I was like, I just want to leave and not come back. And they were like, okay, are you down to do shows on Mondays? And I was like, dude, am I breathing? Then yes, I want to do a show that day. Like, if I could do a show every single day, I would, bro. Yeah. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. What is that feeling on stage like? Because you were talking about, like, you've struggled with anxiety and you've been through some shit in your life. Just talk about how freeing it is, whether you're up there for 25, 30 minutes or you're up there pulling an hour or 90 minute.
Yeah, dude, it's like I thought it was gonna be so bad, like with anxiety and stuff, but it's actually the only place I feel at ease.
Really?
Like when that intro track plays and I hit the stage, nothing else matters for 25 minutes or for 2 hours, however long it is. Nothing else matters. And until we do the meet and greet, like every show, I go down, I meet every fan that I possibly can that's there. Then we get in the bus or get in the RV, and I'm just like, then nerves hit or whatever hits. But during that period of time, it's like complete peace, and I wish I could live there. I would put a bed on stage and just sleep there. It would be so nice. I'd probably get good sleep for once.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy, man. Where have you seen like the crowds like being the best from like a headlining perspective? Like where would you say your key markets are right now?
That show in Kentucky the other day for one, but Pennsylvania
really
murders, dude.
Really?
Pennsylvania kills for me. Like every time they show up in the rain. Like we did this one show in the cold. It was probably 20 degrees in the rain. I forgot the name of the town, but it was Pennsylvania outside. We took our shirts off and just like got in the rain with them. It was freezing cold. They had a bonfire and it was going out because it's raining on it.
Man.
And dude, there was probably 400 people there. And this was like, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something. Just showed up and stayed, I don't know, something about it. Upstate New York kills. Where else? Kentucky usually kills.
Have you gotten to do any big shows down in Bama?
We did an album release show. We've played the Soul Kitchen a couple times, 2 or 3 times. We've played. We went with Jelly to Birmingham and Orange Beach.
That's right.
Those were incredible, dude. I felt like I did not expect the crowd to be full when I went on because I was like, I think I was direct support right in front of him, but I still expected it to be people.
Yeah, when you're opening, you don't expect anybody to be there.
But the feedback, dude, like the fans were all on their feet, like cheering by the time we went off stage, like for the last song and stuff. And I was just like, dude, I cried. I probably cried 3 times for every Jelly show, like on stage. I'd be like, oh, sorry, shit. It's just emotional, dude. Like it's crazy. Like we were living in Orange Beach one time and Mobile downtown. And he came and played the Soul Kitchen, like before he really blew up.
Yeah.
And we walked by. And I was like, man, that's Jelly Roll. It's so badass. Let's just sit out here and just listen. Because I couldn't, like, buy a ticket or anything. Like, I was trying to scrape by,
Yeah.
And to go from that was 2022 to, like, opening for him in 2026.
At the Wharf?
At the Wharf. Yeah, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. First of all, to see him go from that to the Wharf in that amount of time is insane. Then to, like, be direct support for him is crazy, dude. Yeah, never in a million years would have thought that.
Yeah, talk about your faith and being a man of faith and someone that's been through a lot of struggles. Like we all see the cross. Something you and Jelly got in common, which I love that little bit you guys did about, man, I think the cross is a little too big. But talk about like having gone through so much shit in your life and your family going through so much shit, like still having that faith in the man upstairs and carrying that with you, because you mentioned it on stage every night.
Yeah, I do. I was raised Southern Baptist in church, but we went to Pentecostal churches, non-denominational. It was never really about that, and sometimes we just didn't go. Like if my mom was, dating a dude that just was an alcoholic, we ain't going right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but it never altered or changed my faith, because like I feel like once that's inside of you, it never really leaves. But I prayed. I was probably 10 years old, and I went on my 4-wheeler and I drove into the woods. This is like the most redneck shit ever, but like drove in the middle of the woods, and I wanted to do music so bad, and I knew that I wanted to do it at 10 years old. Like I was like, there's nothing else that matters. I don't even want to go to school. Like I want to do music. And I just asked God, like, if you could make this happen for me, like it was kind of like a deal with God instead of the devil, And I was like, if you make this happen for me, I'll tell these huge crowds. It was like, he's looking down. He's like, yeah, buddy, I'm sure you will, And I'm like, I'll tell every crowd that I'm ever in front of that you're the reason that I'm here and that you saved my life, And I didn't even know really what that meant at the time. I was just like trying to bargain with God to like, let me pop off with music. It was kind of messed up, but I was crying and stuff, and I was on my 4-wheeler, and then like I kind of forgot that happened, and then like played my first show, and it was probably late in the set or whatever, and I was like, had this moment, and I was like, oh my God, like he did that, like this is happening, you know. So I just kind of made it a thing at every show to keep my end of the promise, you know, because I had kind of forgot about that prayer, that whole thing happened, and I just had that moment on stage of just that realization of like, oh my God, he did this, you know. But he's done so many more impressive things for me and like really worked miracles in my life. I couldn't begin to even tell you the amount of things that God's done for me. If it wasn't for God, man, I would be long gone. Like,
well, even like you were talking about, you met your girl in the ninth grade.
Yeah.
That's not something that just happens, bro.
No, we've been together 12 years. It's something I try to keep kind of protected in like a private part of my life and not blast like, you know, everywhere. Not that she's not online or anything. It's just like, she's been so good to me, and it's been such a good thing that I don't want this world to like taint that, you know. But I also prayed for that. I prayed to find a wife, you know, that instead of having a ton of chicks or whatever could happen in this industry,
or struggling on your own or something
struggling
like that.
on my own, like
how important is it to have that rock and to have that private side of your life to balance what you're posting online and what you're giving to these millions of people that are following and listening to your music, man.
It's crazy. I wouldn't be here without her. She's my backbone. Like she paid our bills for a while when I was recording in our closet, dude.
Wow.
Like for years, like I you know, I would chip in when I could. Like I'd pawn a microphone or something and be like, here you go. Or do some things that I probably shouldn't have been doing and then give her money for that. But she paid our bills and kept a roof over our head while I recorded in the closet. And she had when I tell you this music was bad, bro, it was unbelievably bad. Like, and she's like, no, it wasn't. And I saw it. Like, dude, there's no way. It had to be a God thing. Like, there's no way. But she did that. And so, yeah, it's another blessing from him.
Yeah, and it's to me, I love that it's on that private side, because it's like I've got an incredible woman in my life, and she works a 9 to 5 and has a little girl. Get ready to move in with her this fall, which is gonna be awesome.
Congratulations!
But it's like, thank you. And she doesn't come out to any of the festivals. She doesn't come out to the events and stuff that I do every week. And it's kind of like I have my music side, and then I get to get away from that and get out of that chaos when I'm with her and with her little girl. Yeah. And it's the best. And I imagine that's what it's like for you when you're with your old lady and you're with your dog. Like, you're just chilling. Man.
It is. You saw him, right?
Yep.
We bring the dog. That's my baby. Her name's Nellie. We've had her for 8 years now, and she's a weenie Chihuahua mix.
She was having a little fun backstage.
Dude, she's lit, dude. Yeah. She is lit. Yeah. I love all that, man. I've never been interested in like I guess the lifestyle that could come with this world. Like, I love a simple life. You know, I love my goal is to move back to the beach, have a bonfire. Like, maybe, you know, if you got some woods like 10 minutes from the beach and you have a bonfire and you go down there, you know, ride motorcycles, you know, do cool shit, you know?
Yeah, man.
Not the crazy shit.
Yeah, dude. I think it's because you grew up in such chaos that you're like, man, I can just have a simple, good life. I can provide for the people around me, and I can do what I love and change people's lives with my music.
I've just craved peace, dude. Yeah. Like, forever. Even though the road is chaotic, if you came out with our crew for a day, you realize like we're actually a pretty tame
Y'all
crew.
Are very relaxed.
Like, it's so we'll play like categories on the bus. Yeah. Like, we're very tame.
Yeah, you guys are very relaxed on that RV, but then when you get up there and play that show, you're putting on a spectacle for people. For sure. So it's like during the show is the spectacle, and then the rest of the time can be chill.
Yeah, dude. Like, I love Travis Scott. I love Post Malone. Any like performers that like just, you know, create an experience.
Well, and you were talking about Jelly. My first time seeing Jelly, I haven't gotten to see him in a minute, but I mean, he's been on some of the Rock the Country, so I have seen him there. But I remember my first time seeing a Jelly show, and it felt like a sermon. Like, it felt like.
What year was that?
This was probably 3 years ago.
Okay.
At Tailgates and Tallboys, and it was like he was just speaking to his people, and. I didn't grow up like the biggest Jelly Roll fan in the world, but it puts you in an experience. Like, it's a moment, and you're with tens of thousands of people in a moment, man. And I think anybody that can create an experience like that, that's a special thing.
It's so sick, dude. I feel like I owe so much to Jelly. Before I ever met Jelly, like, he came in looking like he looks, like, this vibe, into Nashville and kind of chipped away and busted that door down for somebody like me to come in. Like, truly, I don't know what this would have looked like without him kicking that door, all the doors that he's kicked down. Even if I would have came up here 10 years ago and been like, I want to be on the radio, they'd have been like, we got some work to do. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't what we're, but he opened that up to where I don't think people think about it, but like without him busting down all those doors, it would have been such a climb for somebody like me to be in this world and do this. So I'm grateful for that. And him and his crew were beyond. Oh, bro,
they run a business. Their structure, the way that that his security team works, the way that the band is, man, like it is a rocket ship that they have all the doors latched down on, and it runs like a fine-tuned oil machine. You're gonna see that.
He's very smart guy,
dude. He's an incredibly smart guy. He's a businessman.
Yeah, extreme businessman.
Like very smart, and I think you're gonna see that. Have you gotten a lot of time with Brantley yet?
Not yet, but dude, just the little bit that we've talked back and forth. We got some stuff in the works, and obviously the tour and stuff, but. Brantley seems like a dude that's from my hometown. Yeah. Like, it's just the second we ever, like, messed around and was like, made some shit in the studio or whatever, he was like, I don't know how to explain it. It just seemed like somebody you knew your whole life, you know? So I just appreciate him, like, kind of opening up the opportunity for me and Jeff. It's a bunch of people that I looked up to, dude, are just like, hey.
Isn't that the coolest part? Like when you get to create and be around and be in the same same arena as your, both figuratively and literally, as your heroes.
Yeah, dude. Actually, like, and I don't know, if somebody don't believe in God, I always say, like, dude, just let me talk to you for an hour about the crazy shit that's happened to me in the last 2 years. Yeah. Like, I felt like I couldn't have been 10 years ago, 5 years ago, further from this or anything going on in this world. Like, if I broke up with my girlfriend and then I'm listening to, a Brantley Gilbert song, You Don't Know Her Like I Do, and I'm crying in my car. Like, to me, that was somebody on the radio that was so removed from my life or anything. Like, I'm trying to just afford some McDonald's tonight, you know? And the gap was so huge. And I have no freaking idea how this happened. Like, not at all. Like, I have no idea.
You've got people buying T-shirts with your name and face on it.
No idea how.
Like all over the world listening to your music.
Yeah. Like, I have no idea how we got the Jelly tour. We got these things. Dude, I have no label.
Yeah, I know.
Like, my label is called Jay Webb Records, and that's just because that's what I type in on the things when I release the songs. Like, no label. Like, no anything. I take the money I make from streams and I'd put it into the live shit. And like, because I'm building that business now.
You know who did that was the Muscadine boys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're 100% independent, man. Yeah. They're independent and they run their business. And my reason for bringing up Brantley after we were talking about how Jelly runs a good ship and a good business. Brantley's the same way. Yeah, they've been doing that shit for 20 years.
Yeah, dude.
Like you're gonna
Brantley's a vet, dude.
You're gonna love being on the. I had him on here a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm an old head now," and I'm like, "Don't say you're an old head, bro. Like, I know you're an OG. Like, and it's they're in the position now to bring guys and girls up like yourself,
And they are, and they do it, and that's what's so cool about it is that I don't fit in a lot of pockets or lanes within the mainstream thing, but like. They're doing it, and I'm working hard to try to appeal to a wider audience. And it's just the fact they recognize it is really cool.
Yeah, man. And I love what you're doing because it isn't quite in a certain box.
Yeah.
Like right now is the time when all the flavors of country music ice cream are being consumed. You go to that ice cream store that is country music, and there's a flavor for everybody. And they're all freaking selling right now, man. And That's the thing too, is like you can have the industry behind you here in Nashville, but if you don't have people in Ashland, Kentucky or York, Pennsylvania or Dubuque, Iowa or wherever, like listening to your music and buying tickets and investing in you, if the fans aren't investing, you don't have anything.
Oh, dude.
And you might not have the big, huge team. You've got a great booking agent. You got your manager. You've got that side of the team. But you've got an army of people scattered throughout the United States of America that are going to show out and come out and support you and keep this thing going. I think that's more important than having the buzz here in town.
Me too.
Like
Me
it
too.
is.
And I love this town. And a lot of people, I guess, as I've came up, like I've got some hate from some different outlets and stuff online that I have trap drums in my music, or you know what I'm talking about. The whole typical thing. Like, but I actually grew up on traditional country music. Like I grew up on, George Jones and like Hank Sr.
You got a Johnny
Cash
Cash on
right
your
here, dude.
your
Like,
arm, bro.
I just, when I look back at those things, I'm like, Johnny was on the pop charts.
Yeah.
At the time, people were like, that ain't country. I don't know what that is, but that ain't country.
Yeah.
So I try to remember that now, even if people hate sometimes for the way we bend the genres and stuff. It's just like, music to me is music. And if it makes you feel something, it's good.
Amen, bro. Because I've never been like the biggest country rap guy in the world. Like,
honestly, me either.
But it's a way of expression, and like something that this Rock the Country tour has shown me is like, man, I get down with some Demon Jones.
Yeah.
Man, Sierra the Rapper kicked ass over the weekend.
Sure.
Like, I've loved Colt Ford for years, and his live shows unlike anything else. Yeah, man. And it's like you get to see, it creates especially live. It goes so hard.
It
live.
does.
Like, I'd say that genre goes harder live than it does in the recordings.
I think so too. Yeah. What's crazy about country rap, people started like throwing that out there, and like some of the blogs with that stuff would put me in it. Some of them were just like, oh, this is just country.
I think you're adjacent. I don't think you're in that.
I don't think I am either. I never grew up listening to that. Like, I didn't really, I listened to Colt Ford, Brantley, like that was about as close as I got to country rap. All the other guys, like, I think they're so sick when I see them live. I'm not really that familiar, besides like Yellow Wolf. Now I dove into his catalog, and that's an artist though, dude. Like, that dude, that's a real artist. There's also a dude named Clever from Gadsden.
I know Clever.
Too.
I've had Clever on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We did a song together that's not out that you should encourage him to put out.
I'll hit him up. Yeah.
So sick, dude. He's got one of my favorite voices in the world though. Like, he's just a true artist,
Yeah, dude. And it's like you said, it's a good song is a good song.
Just a good song.
And it's the way that it's written. And I want to talk about some of your catalog where a song like Broken. I mean, Bury Me With Bourbon's, of course, been like a big hit for you and something that you close out the show with. But a song like Broken and the kind of like speech you say, like what you say on stage before you play that song, like that's such a moment. So talk about writing that and kind of the emotions of getting that out and how it feels playing it live every night to people that are going through stuff.
Dude, it's one of my favorites to play. We played it since day one. It was out before I think I did my first show, but I wrote Broken about my childhood and about, being raised by a single mom, all the struggles we went through, all these things. So I do like a spill every night and talk about that. But I remember when we wrote it, it's one of them when we wrote, like, we cried. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I remember when I close my eyes, every song I've ever made, where I was when we recorded it, when we wrote it, how we wrote it, everything. Went over to my friend's house. It was thunderstorm. We come in, it's like 10 a.m. And usually I don't like to write at like 10 a.m. I like to write at like nighttime and shit.
Yeah.
But, and I was just driving over there. I didn't turn the radio on. I didn't do nothing. I was just like thinking about my life. And I was like, why have I never talked about any of the things or the pain that I felt or of my childhood and things that I went through growing up? And how could we do that in a bigger way to where everybody could kind of relate to it? Got there, probably wrote the song in 2 hours and cut the vocals out. Probably altogether it took us 3 hours to make that song, and it's one of the most, impactful ones that I've got.
Yeah, you're somebody that I would imagine has gotten a lot of very heartfelt and impactful messages on whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, meet and greets after the show. Like, what have been some messages that have stood out to you from people?
Oh, dude, sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, it gets dark and it's a lot to go to bed at night if you read all of them. So like, I try not to read too many. Like, if I see that first line of that message, how you get the preview, if it's dark, I'm like I'll sometimes get my wife to read it. I'm like, just let me know if this is, because I feel I'm an empath. Like, when I was a kid, I would feel bad for this water bottle if it was sitting here too long. Nobody drank it.
Really?
Like, just an empath, dude. I had to go to therapy for it.
Wow.
Like, I just really felt for everybody around me. I would look at my mom and be like, God, she's just struggling. You know, I just cry and shit. I'm just, you know, weird ass. But yeah, so I try not to like get too attached to it, but like at the shows, whenever they're crying and like pouring their heart out about their stories or things they've been through, dude, like we'll just start praying, honestly. Like I've literally been like, all right, guys, we're going to say a prayer real quick. And they're like, okay. We just circle up. Everybody smells like beer. They smell like alcohol. You know, we've just partied for an hour and a half, and we're just like, all of a sudden everybody's got their hats off and we're just praying in this group. And they might be drinking over here doing shots, but we're praying right here. I feel like prayer is the most powerful. And this fall we're actually doing a new thing to where at the merch booth you could submit a prayer request. Wow. And we're going to read them on stage. You know, as many as we can get to. But yeah. That's awesome. So I feel like there's power in like community and everybody gathering at one place. And I feel like there's power in it being at a bar or a club, you know, and not in a pretty church where everybody's dressed up. And
dude, you want to give sinners a chance to be redeemed.
Exactly.
To
me that just makes sense.
That to me is a testimony to your life and what you've gone through and decisions that you've made or folks around you have made and your people in your crowd have made. You know, and give a chance for that fellowship and that community, man. And that's how you build those diehards, man. You make it something to where people aren't just coming for the music; they're coming for an experience, and they're coming to be with each other. Yeah, and it just, to me, it makes sense. Like I always thought that. I'm like, okay, like Christian music is cool. I thought about doing that. I thought about going down that path after I was saved and it changed my life. But I was like, what did Jesus do? Did he go to churches where people were already Christians and like, did he preach to his disciples that already believed in him? Like, or did he go out and find the sinners, you know? And like, he can't save somebody that's already saved. So that's kind of my goal, is to lead everybody to him that needs him. Yeah, dude. You know? You get me fired up over here, man. I love it. Now talk about, I know we've been in the studio working on some new music. Yeah. We have. So tell me what you can about this project in relation to some of the songs that have been out. I feel like I just feel everything out. Like I said, there's no label. There's nobody telling me I can't. Like, I feel like this would be a great time just to air it out. Like, we're dropping an album in October. I don't know the exact date yet, but it's something we've been chipping away at and working on and getting right for a minute. It's going to come out in October. We got singles leading up to it. Like Echoes is going to be on it. What You Waiting For? All these that I've been dropping. Got a song with Brantley that's going to be on it, which is so sick, insane. That's like my favorite song on the record, probably. And yeah, it comes out in October. I don't think I'm going to say the name yet, though. No, you don't have to do that. But just talk about where, is it in any different direction, or is it further along? Like, how would you describe it compared to all these songs? Because you've got a lot of music out. So. I got a lot of music out. It's going to be, I think it's 11 songs. Okay. So not a crazy amount. I'm already planning the next album after this, though. Wow. And it's going to be like 20. That release bug has bit you, bro. It's bit me, dude. I just want to... just want to get them out. Yeah, it's I wanted to go back and look through the catalog and see what's the biggest songs that we have right now that people gravitated towards, and let's try to throw one of each on this record, like a new, you know, if it's broken, we need to dig deep for one, you know, like let's throw that on there. Let's throw a little bit of something that they've heard, but also try to make it better. You know, how can we one up it? How can we take broken and make it even cooler? How can we take a song about God and make it even more powerful, you know? Yeah. So just trying to beat what we've done already was the goal, and I think we did it. I really do think we did it. So I'm excited. That has me stoked, man. Yeah. 7 new songs in the set this fall. Wow. New covers. Like, okay, speaking of covers, you covering Blue Strips has been a highlight for a lot of the folks on the festival team. Really? What they like, a lot of the, like, all the girls and guys that are like on the marketing and the social media team from the festival side are like, that's the guy that does Blue Strip. Like, we got to come out. Shit. Like, it has stood out because not many guys can cover a girl song like that, but Jesse's somebody that you identify with a lot. For sure. North Alabama has been through some shit, and that song, just the way you and the boys cover it, gets everybody so hyped. Yeah, it fires us up, dude. It was my favorite song. I think I played that the year it came out, I guess last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
So when it came out, it was just all that was playing. I would just click repeat, and it would just play all day. And everybody was like, dude, quit playing this song, bro. And then it would be the last song that played before we went on stage. Then I was like, dude, this year we need to cover it. I bet people would like it because I feel like the fans are kind of like similar.
Yeah.
So we did it, and it just popped off, dude. People love it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you think it is about Jessie Murph that has taken her on the rocket ship that she has?
I think that's a good question because everybody's just like, oh, you're a fan. They never ask why, right? But I think, in my opinion, and I'm passionate about this, there's not a lot of true artists anymore. Like, what I mean by that is like somebody that doesn't care about the social media. Like, if it pops off, great. If it's blue strips, great. But there's Heroin that maybe didn't, but it's an incredible song, and she doesn't care who likes it. You know, she has to make it for her, and she knows it. I mean, she's got to know it's an incredible song, but and it will pop off and it will blow up because it's a great song, but she doesn't care about those views or about those numbers. She wants to push the boundaries, and I think not enough people do that anymore.
Yeah, The Man Who Came Back is a song on that
record.
one.
Yeah.
That, like, the way, and kind of like how you let people into your life. Brantley's done this with his music over the years. Jelly's done it on a regular basis throughout his whole long career. Jessie's somebody that lets people into her story about having the messed up life at home.
Yeah. And nobody thinks about how uncomfortable as an artist that is to like live your regular life.
Yeah.
Making shit that you just aired out. Like, you just air out your dad, and then you're like, all right, hope I don't see him. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just so other people can relate and have something that, you know, fills that hole for them, which is dope. But what's another one off that record that's
Heroin, like you said. I mean, even like
Heroin's
the fun,
great.
even like her
Certain Kind of Love. That's the one I was
Certain
thinking of.
Kind of Love.
Awesome.
Her like remake, like sampling the Gucci Man.
Oh yeah, it's
the
great.
Gucci Man song.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like, and that being kind of like the monologue to kick off that record of being from I'm from Alabama. Like it's like her artistry is so great, and you got to be on that tailgate show with her.
Yes.
And you're gonna be on.
Then I went to the pit and I watched her set and raged.
Unbelievable.
There were fans when I got there. They were up on the barricade where I wanted to be. So I walk up and I'm like, yo, and they're like, hey, can we get a picture? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Then I'm like, I'll get y'all drinks and bring them back in here from the green room if y'all let me get up on the barricade. And they were like, say less. Like, oh, absolutely. So these dudes gave me their spot in between their wives, and I'm up here between two like super fans right here, just turning up. And I just go get them drinks and bring them back, and I'll be like, here you go.
So you're watching the show with fans of yours that are also super fans of Jessie,
For
like
sure.
you are.
Like, they had on her merch and shit. They were definitely more of her fans, but like I was just, they were screaming everywhere. I almost wish that they would have screamed the words less so I could hear better, but like I was like, fuck it, dude, it's cool.
And you're going to be on another show with Jessie, Rock the South, which is I'm sure a big moment for you.
Used to be in my hometown. They moved it about 20 minutes outside.
Yeah, it's over in Decatur.
Dude, grew up not affording tickets to it. It'll be my first time there.
Wow.
Ever. Yeah,
so you're
playing it.
Yeah, and you were never able to go.
No.
And now your first time going is playing on the same day as Jessie Murph, Big X, Stella Lefty, Lakeview, Ian Harrison's on there, KG and the Bad Habits, Grace Tyler. I mean, and I think that's another one that you're going to be closing out.
Are we closing y'all's stage?
I think
Dude,
so.
I hope so.
I think so. The way it looks on the graphic, it looks like it.
I hope so.
Yeah, dude,
That's my favorite thing.
Bro, I mean, that crowd in Decatur is going to be wild.
It's going to probably be more lit than Kentucky.
And then you get to watch Jessie again.
Oh, I will.
And Big X.
Will do. Yeah, will do. I'm literally get done playing and I just walk right to the pit.
And I bet you, hopefully they do Holy Ground.
I hope so. They didn't last time.
No, but I'm thinking this one.
Maybe.
I'm thinking this one. And that whole lineup's crazy looking at it right now because they moved it to October, and I already checked. Bama and Auburn are both out of town that weekend.
Really?
So that helps. Yeah. So that helps. And you're on a Saturday night that the Tide are not playing in Tuscaloosa, which definitely helps.
That's not to be biased, but that's the best lineup of Rock the South ever, I think. That's dope.
Yeah, like the whole weekend is.
I know I'm not
Top.
supposed to say that, but
Yeah.
that day is going to be the
That date's going to be wild. Yeah, I mean, and then the next night you got Riley, Brantley, Avriana, Graham Barham, Austin Snell, Tyler Nance. Like,
That's actually going to be a great day, too. Right there.
And then freaking Zach Top and Craig Morgan,
Yeah.
Castellanos. I mean,
Ours is the most hated on day. If you look at the comments,
Yeah.
they're like, "What is Saturday?" But like, it's my favorite. Like,
bro, it's and I mean the fact that you get to play with Jesse in North Alabama at the Festival of Alabama,
crazy. Yeah,
like that's gonna be a big moment for not only you but for her too.
yeah, it's dope.
Like that might be one of the bigger crowds that she plays to all year.
I think so. I hope so. Yeah,
I mean, bro,
we got locals on the stage.
She's from H-Town, bro. She's from Huntsville. Like that's not a far drive.
Yeah, yeah. I know, dude. It's gonna be great.
That's gonna be absolutely wild, man. And I want to ask you about your new song that you put out. What you waiting for?
Yeah, it's great. Love song. I thought it was, dude. I wanted to make something that just like bumped, but was also like a love song because we got "Love Me Tonight," which is kind of slower.
Yeah.
But this one kind of just jams, and I feel like a lot of people ride around in the country and want to bump some stuff for their girl in the passenger seat, and that's what I made it for. So.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What do you like doing when you're not doing this music stuff? Because I know it takes up a lot of time. I mean, you're about to be gone like from August 19th through Halloween.
Oh, at least, yeah, into November. So it's August 19th kicks off basically till the holidays for me. But no, I like to go to the beach. Like lately, I've been every time we come home, we just go to the beach, and I spend every waking moment there until I have to leave. I'll come home the day I have to leave.
Now, are you get in the water guy?
Hell yeah, I get in the water, dude. I go to the gym. I go to wake up, go to the gym. I'll come home. Or to the room, or my RV usually is what we just take.
Oh, you guys just take the RV
just
down?
Take the RV. Might as well. You're in it all the time anyway, bro.
Hell yeah, I love it.
So we take it. You know, I'm going to this show in Wisconsin today. I fly out, doing it tomorrow. It's Country Thunder.
Yep.
Coming back Sunday, picking up my new Harley, and driving straight to the beach until August when we leave. Wow.
So you're about to have some time
off,
bro.
Dude.
That I'm sure is much needed.
Much needed, dude. And we made the whole album. Eddie Eberly produced it. You know Eddie. He produced the whole thing. Legend. He went to the beach with me to make it.
Oh, so y'all made it at the beach.
Oh yeah, dude. It don't feel like the beach, but I just need to be there. I think there is something. I think I was listening to like Rick Rubin or somebody talk about, I could be wrong on that. Somebody was talking about like making music close to where you were born.
Ooh.
Is like there's something spiritual about that. So I always try to make music like close to Mobile. Florida, we'll go kind of down the panhandle a little bit, but close to that like vibe. I feel like there's something in the air. Down Here was made down there. What else do we make down there? There's a lot, dude. A lot of the biggest songs were made down there. So.
And then how are you doing? Eddie's just got his rig, and you guys are just
So I told him originally, he was like, I don't think, whatever. We're always talking about album, no album. Do you do singles? Do you album? Whatever you do. And he was like, I don't know about an album. And I was like, yeah, dude, I don't know either. And then I came to him like 2 days later, and I was like, yeah, dude, we're making an album. You want to make it for me? And he was like doing all his shit, He's got to do like touring all the time and making music. And I was like, dude, if you just load up, we can go to the beach for a week and we can just make it. And he was like, all right, we had 0 songs for it, dude. Like none. So we load up, he packs up, he's doing work on his laptop and business shit. And I'm just hauling down the interstate, we pull up, we set up our entire studio rig. Like he brings every guitar, everything on the porch of this Airbnb on the beach. So like there's an enclosed thing with like a porch swing facing the beach, and that's where our stuff is.
Wow.
And we started drinking at the time, and we started drinking at like 4 p.m. And over the next 15 hours, we wrote 6 of the songs on that album.
Wow.
Straight back to back. In 15 hours.
On a porch looking out at the beach.
Looking at the beach all night. Like my wife was like, I was way down there and I heard y'all, and we were doing echoes or something, it was just awesome, dude. Yeah.
That's so cool, man. It's got to be great having a brother like Eddie.
Yep.
coming up with this?
He pushed me to do shows. You know, he produced Down Here when I didn't know what to do with it. It would have never been a thing. Because I produced Bury Me with Bourbon, but it's very minimal. Like I got lucky, you know, I was just winging it again.
Yeah.
And he produced Down Here Out. We did it on FaceTime, and we had this software where you could both be in Logic making music and like see each other's what you're doing.
Oh, so
we would FaceTime.
So you were in Bama,
I was still in Alabama,
and he was up here.
Yeah, because he had sent me this loop, and so I ripped the little thing on it. Then I went to the beach and made 5 choruses for that song, and finally landed on the Down Here chorus. And then I came back up to North Alabama, and I was like, "Hey man, I don't know." And I had weird shit all through the song, and he's like, "We got to take this out and make it into an actual record, dude." You know, and so. He did it, and we laughed, dude. We cut up, and that's kind of the first time we actually, I guess, hung out was over that. You know, then we made our song together.
Yeah, and he's absolutely crushing it with his artist stuff, too, man.
Yeah, he's killing it, dude. We write a lot of each other's songs with each other, and it's just a blast. We have a lot of fun. We really get each other musically, I think.
Yeah, man, and you're 2 guys that are pushing the boundaries. Mm-hmm. Like doing what you want to do, and you've got the opportunities where you're getting out there playing in front of different folks' crowds, whether it's Chase back in the day, or it's Jelly, or it's Brantley, or it's any of these festivals, and he's going out there with freaking Pecos, and he's going out there doing his thing, man. Like,
and he might have some bigger shit coming up.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And he's another one where his live show, because he was on Tailgates. I think he was there the day before you.
Yep.
And we were like, and I think what was the bit that we did with him? He's like, it's like you go down to Colombia and steal all Pablo Escobar's cocaine and snort it.
Yeah, they have a lot of energy. That crew probably is the direct opposite of our crew off stage too.
Yeah.
Though. Like they're in the van just cracked out. He'll drive 25 hours straight.
Yeah, just built different.
And then do a show. Yeah, built different. Yeah, yeah. He's the man.
I love it, dude. Who are some other like homies that you've gotten to make here in Nashville? Like other music folks, whether it be, I know we were talking about Brantley and Jelly and Chase and folks like that.
Colt
but other
Ford,
folks coming up, like Colt Ford. Okay.
Colt Ford, when I first came up here, Colt Ford hit me up on TikTok and was like, "What's up, dude? Good shit." And I was like, "Damn, dude, Colt Ford." I'd never had like nobody that like I thought was like famous, you know, hit me up. And I was like, "Damn, man, that's crazy." And he was like, "What's your number?" And so I sent him my number, and he just called, and it said Colt Ford. And I was like, "What's up?" And we talked on the phone for 3 hours one night, night. First time he ever called me. And then he like got me on a song. We went to the studio. I think it was the last song he recorded, if I'm not mistaken. I could be telling this wrong. Before he had his heart attack on stage, and you know, technically flatlined and died, and they brought him back. And that was our song. It was a cut off his album that Hardy wrote. And it was just, I couldn't believe I was cutting a Hardy song. Like, even the guide vocal in the studio was Hardy's. And I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, Colt Ford's right there, you know, crazy. And he hit me up. Of course, you got Eddie. Chase Matthew showed love on my first song that I ever posted, which was very nice of him. And, Jelly, Brantley, just everybody kind of in between. I feel like writing at Sony was cool.
You talk about how Jelly kicked the door down. Colt Ford to me is another pioneer of bending the things, and that was something me and BG were talking about on here. Was like Colt was doing like this lane of experimental with country music and singing about country shit, rapping about country shit, doing it all before anybody gave a shit. You know,
I feel like they both did things for the genre in different ways. You know, like Jelly kicked the door down for somebody like me. I feel like for mainstream, like worldwide,
and the rougher exterior things like that.
But doing it and like being on SNL and being country and or coming to Music Row and getting to write with, you know, Taylor Phillips or whoever, like, but being that guy, you know, like to me, Colt was like the originator of the entire sound and genre bending. You know, like when him and Brantley made Dirt Road Anthem, that was where I'm from, that was the song. And when Jason cut it, he stole it. That's what the word on the street was. Everybody refused to play Jason's because they were bumping Brantley and Colt's.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Colt told me the numbers were crazy. Like, if they would have, because it was LimeWire and shit. Yeah. So they weren't getting anything off of these records, really. It would have been like, I forget how many times Diamond or, you know, some crazy shit if they were, you know, platinum, whatever it would have been. But it would have sold like 30 million records, I think,
Yeah.
because everybody in the country was just jamming their
Yeah,
version.
and I'm even thinking about his like "Ride Through the Country" song that he had, like the features that he had back in the day, like "Chicken and Biscuits" was a
Chicken
big
and
song with
Biscuits was
James
huge.
Otto, bro.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, dude, was James Otto on
Yeah.
that, dude? I forgot
That's the
about
chorus,
James
and then
Otto.
"Ride Through the Country's John Michael Montgomery.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, like
That's
all those
right.
features.
That's
He
right.
had
riding around song.
yeah, "Riding Around" song with Jason Aldean, and then he had what was the other one? He had a song called "Cold Beer." It was like, and it's Jamie Johnson singing the hook, and he's like, "Crack me a cold beer." Da, da,
Damn.
da, da.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
and he had a song called Waffle House. That's a
Yep, I
banger.
remember that.
Meet me at the Waffle. It's about his woman cheating on
I
him,
remember
and
that.
he's sitting at the Waffle House getting
Yeah.
his gun.
Yeah, he's been so real to me. Like when we even went and did that music video for our song.
Yeah.
He picked me up in his bus. He picked me and my wife up and let us ride with him out there to the country to shoot that music video.
He's the most give his shirt off
Absolutely.
his back guy
Absolutely.
to anyone coming up, bro.
While also taking no bullshit from anyone about
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like, but he is that guy. man.
Yeah.
He's been nothing but good to me, always supportive, and for no reason. Just got on TikTok one day and thought I was, worthy, I guess, of
What song was it?
It was all of
Or
them.
was like he just found the catalog?
Yeah,
and was
he found the
just in?
catalog. It wasn't a single song or nothing. Like every song I've posted, he's always liking it and commenting. Same with Jelly Roll's brother Scott. I don't know how public he wants to be on the internet or nothing, but he's just been so supportive. Everything I post, I went to Jelly's Opry induction, and Scott was standing outside, and he was like, "Jay Webb," and I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, dude?" I knew it was Jelly's brother. I didn't know he knew me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, dude, I think I know," and then shortly after that I got the Jelly spot, so I'm sure that didn't hurt. But Scott's my homie too. They're all just like, they feel like people I've known for 100 years that were like my uncles back home, so
Yeah, because how old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29. Okay, so we're around the same age. I'm 31. So yeah, it's like you have these big brothers.
Yeah.
These guys that you
Yep.
like you were talking about. Dirt Road Anthem was like the song of small town Southern folk.
Oh yeah, dude.
And now you've got to do music and you're going out on tour. Like
Crazy, dude.
bro, God is good.
God is great.
God is great.
God is great. And sometimes I'm like, things are too good right now. And because I don't really look at it like I'm chasing a bigger picture, but like the win to me of like when it happens is like irrelevant. Like I'm just enjoying the moment and enjoying this ride. And I have more than enough of anything I've ever dreamed of having. So it's like, why not just enjoy it? Like, let's see if we can get a song on the radio. Cool. If not, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the beach and riding my Harley, like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure maybe you and Brantley end up on some motorcycles
for
on
sure.
that tour.
For
'cause
sure.
I know back in the day he used to go riding.
Oh,
like,
I bet. Yeah.
he was telling a story that he used to him and his guys, he would pull his one of his Harleys like in the trailer behind the bus, and they would go and find like random like vet rallies that were going on in that town,
dude.
and him and his guys would just get in formation with these guys and
yeah.
just not even say who they were. They just roll up, get in formation, and then end up at whatever bar or whatever restaurant they ended up at. You know,
I was raised around that stuff, man. Bikers. My dad was a biker. He had a bunch of biker friends. I was kind of raised by dudes like that.
like a club.
Yeah, kind of, loosely. Yeah. Some wild stories with that, but that would be badass to ride on the road though too.
Yeah, man.
Pull a trailer behind the
Yeah,
RV.
have you thought about doing that?
Yeah, it's just right now I have to sleep at some point, so I have to have
if you
somebody
had
drive it.
Yeah. Well,
And pulling a trailer behind the 37-foot RV is like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I used to do. I used to drive those bandwagon things when I was with Trey Lewis.
Yeah.
Have you seen those
dude,
before?
come join us, dude. We'll do a
Bro,
collab.
I was on the road. If I got out there, I mean, I kind of helped TM you a little bit in Kentucky.
You did. You always do. It was great. Dude, you gave me markers. You
That
gave me
meet and
because my
greet.
TM wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That meet and greet was wild.
Thank God for you. I thought about that last night. I was like, thank God that Matt was there.
Me and
TMing my
Ike were
ass.
right there making sure you were
You
good.
bring me sunglasses. I was like, damn, bro.
I'm like, gotta make sure he's got what he needs.
Are you sure you don't want to go on the road?
I did my time, bro.
A good TM is hard to find.
Yeah, and I mean, I got to learn touring from Muscadine when I was selling their hats and T-shirts. We were in a Sprinter van, bro.
Yeah.
That was back.
Yep.
I wasn't drinking at that point, but I was smoking a lot of pot back then.
Oh yeah,
So
I got a Sprinter too.
I would just get high and then sell the hats and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I got really good at selling Porch Swing Angel koozies and tank
Dude, you
tops.
sound like my old tour manager Brady. That's my dog. He's from Alabama too.
Yeah.
The first time he was out, I walked in to the meet and greet or like walked out to it. He was on the merch table waving a shirt in the air going, make some noise. And I was like, now that he had a basketball hoop, he would let him shoot a basketball for a free shirt.
I never did that.
He's standing on the thing,
That's a
swinging on
move.
I mean, dude,
the
dude.
Papa shot to win a shirt or a koozie.
While he's on the table swinging a thing and like just getting down, he'd be dancing, turning on music.
Yeah, my buddy Caleb Conradi, who works on Travis Tritt's crew now. Yeah, he was one of Luke Combs' first merch guys, and back in the day, Caleb used to be a get on when Luke was playing like small bar shows back like 2017, 2016. Caleb would get on and be waving the shirt guy like back in the day at like small club show Luke Combs days.
Yeah,
you know?
I will say Brady sold the most merch.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like, nobody sold as much as Brady.
Dude, yeah, and then I got my tour managing chops being with Trey on the Dick Down in Dallas stuff.
Yeah,
I was thrown into the ringer, bro.
Yeah.
That was
Trey's
during
the
COVID.
homie.
Yeah, man, he's another
such a
Alabama
great
guy.
guy.
He's very excited that I have you on here
Really?
today too. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I talk to Trey almost every day.
Yeah.
Like that's
He's sober too.
Yep, yeah, that's my big brother, man. I would not be where I'm at today if it weren't for Trey Lewis.
Trey Lewis is when I didn't know what to expect. I mean, you see Dick Down in Dallas and shit. You're like, is this dude like crazy rowdy to where you can't talk to him or whatever? You never know with artists either. And I met him and it was like, oh shit, this is like the homie I've known.
If you listen to his old stuff, like the whole reason Dick Down happened was 3 of our buddies wrote it. Yeah. Trey had been doing music for 10 years. Nobody had ever cared. And they were all scared to put it out. And Trey was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put it out. Yeah. Because if you listen to like his further catalog, like he's more, as a songwriter, more that Americana.
1,000,000%.
Like writing about his faith, writing about sobriety, writing about the heartbreak, his divorce from back in the day. Like Trey's been through a lot of stuff, and DDID was it just happened. We used to sit around a bonfire, Joe. We used to sit around a fire at the house, him and Ella and Clay Barker and Mitch Wallace, Justin Holt, Joy Beth Taylor. They all used to fucking hang out there. And we would just pass around the guitar during COVID, and that was just one of the songs that 3 of our buddies wrote. Damn. And Trey was like, fuck it, I'll put it out.
But it is a heater, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's a one in a lifetime.
Changed my life.
Yes.
It changed my life, and I'm not a songwriter and artist. I just happened to be there, and changed my life, changed Nikki T's life. Like,
ain't it crazy how one song can change your life?
It really is, man. But then there's the pressure of following it up.
Yeah, but
that's
who cares?
The hard part.
Who cares?
That's the hard part.
Dude, if something happened to me today, I've done more than everything I ever wanted to do. Because one song, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And bro, the streaming numbers that you have as an independent, like, what's your secret? How do you do this?
I don't know, man. I don't, dude. If there's a day on TikTok, people think I'm like on the social media stuff, and I am. But like, if there's a day on TikTok I don't have time to post, I just don't post. Yeah. Like my fans know. I don't even like to call them that. My listeners know. Yeah. They're my family. I'm going to keep putting out great music. I'm never going to stop. But I don't know how that number doesn't dip. I have no idea, bro.
Like, you just know you just know your audience, but you also are just, I think it's authenticity. Yeah. Like, you put out Jay Webb songs. For sure. Like, you're you.
Yeah, I don't know how to not be.
Yeah.
You could put a camera on me from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed at night. And like, you're not gonna be surprised at anything that happens. Yeah. There's no secrets. Yeah, I feel like I just know those people really well, and I write these songs for myself, and I assume they might like them too. You know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm just looking at like your top 10 thing that's on Spotify. And I mean, dude, just millions and millions and millions on everything.
Bury Me is about to go gold. That'll be my first gold record, and I made that song in 30 minutes in my bedroom in Alabama by myself. Mixed, mastered, produced, written, made the cover art by me, and I released it, I think, 3 days after I made it. Yeah. So, I don't know, bro.
But I think that's also, like, the world we're in right now. The access to getting music out there and the access to finding music is better and more artist-friendly than it's ever been.
Dude, I got one song I made while I was on anesthesia from after surgery that I didn't remember making till the next day. It's called Lighter, and it's an emotional-ass song. And I was like, I got out of surgery. I had a colonoscopy. where they
shit.
shoved the tube that camera up your butt.
Ugh, I haven't done one of those yet.
And I got home and I went in the studio and I remember like floating in there and being like, whoa, you know. And then I woke up the next day and I played this thing on my phone and it was the whole entire song, Lighter. It's a great song, dude. And I don't remember making it. Produced it too.
Did it ever get released?
Yeah, dude. It's got like millions of streams. It was great. Jelly, that's the song Jelly found me on and commented on in
The Anesthesia song?
Yeah. I was on Anesthesia. Didn't even remember making it, dude. It's banging.
That's how you know it's a God thing.
It's a God thing.
Because that stuff doesn't happen.
Anesthesia gets you closer to God.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, it might.
It might.
Imagine that's the thing.
I don't know.
That's wild, man. Now you've been off the drinking now for a little bit, right?
Yeah. I think this was 3 weeks.
Okay.
Is this week, so very new. Drinking's not I quit nicotine at the same time. Nicotine is the problem, not drinking. Drinking was easy. I prayed. I asked God to deliver me from it. He did, and I hadn't craved it since.
Yeah.
I can smell it. I can drink non-alcoholic. I can
Yeah.
throw it at the shows.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
crave it. I don't want it. It's not something that serves me no more. I'm done. No problem with it. Nicotine, I wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about nicotine, bro.
dude.
That's been the hard one.
That's one that I've not kicked. And
Really?
I've been off booze. I just hit 10 years, which is awesome. But the nicotine is, I mean, I've got, how many do I got? I just got one in, so I got 8 milligrams in my mouth right now. I'll go up to like 24
I
at a
did too.
time, bro.
This is my first full 7 days is tomorrow without any.
God bless, man.
And the withdrawals are crazy.
Yeah.
And the cravings are crazy.
I've tried doing it before, man, because I mean, I used to be 2 packs of cigs a day.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
Marlboro,
love cigs, too.
I was Marlboro Lights, bro.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Diet
Yeah, I love
Marlboros.
that shit.
There's something about just packing it and being like, hey, you want a dart? And then you just, there's that community of smoking a
Beautiful
cigarette
aroma.
with the homies
Yeah.
at a shitty bar.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing like being on the Red Door patio and just ripping a cig with the boy. And that's how you make friends. But I've been off the cigs, which is good.
God, you make me want a cigarette.
Okay, I'm sorry. Fuck cigarettes. Fuck cigarettes.
I'm
Get
off
better without 'em.
pouches, not cigarettes.
Yeah, I know.
Which
but
I hadn't done one of them either, but there's always today.
No, and my thing is, I'm a big cigar guy.
I love cigars. That don't count, right?
I mean,
That don't count.
we won't count cigars.
Okay, cigars are cool.
Next time we're together at Rock the South, we'll smoke some cigars together because we have a deal with a company called Crowned Heads that's here in Nashville. I think they have like 20 or 30 different kinds of blends.
Sick.
But they give us cigars to like give to artists.
Nice.
So we get like 3 or 4 boxes from them a month.
Oh, wow.
So I've got a stash, and I buy cigars too. I've probably got like 200 cigars at my house.
Wow.
I got one of those humidors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Brantley were talking about that too. Brantley, he's a big
cigar
he's a big gun guy. He's got he's got a humidor on the bus. He brought me cigars the other day when we were in there in the pod studio. I'm like, brother, you don't have to give me cigars. And I gave him a Raised Rowdy flag, which I got to get you one of those too.
Oh, yeah, dude. We'll hang it up.
I got to give you a
Please
flag,
do.
bro.
Please do.
That's what I got to do. I got to get you one of those. We just got new ones with the raccoon on it. It's like Raised Rowdy with the big raccoon,
yeah.
big black flag.
Dude,
so I'll get
please
you one of
give
those.
it to me.
Yeah,
Before August so we can start
Yes.
the tour.
Oh, bro. Yeah, absolutely. We will do that for sure. But he has 2 humidors at his house that are like 6 feet tall. Like he has,
Oh, wow.
they're like gun safes that were converted into humidors.
Wow, full of cigars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's crazy. He's just... Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, me and Nikki T, we bonded over country music when we started doing Raised Rowdy together, but we really bonded over cigars. Like our friendship started with smoking cigars and listening to music, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever want to go get a cigar? We know all the good cigar lounges in town too. So
Oh, really?
you ever
I'd
wanna
love
get-
to, dude.
You ever want to get together, go to a spot and just sit around and smoke a cigar? Like
Let's do that.
It's the
like,
best.
seriously, hit me up.
It's the best, bro.
Dude,
I love doing that.
I would love to. Have you ever gotten drunk off a cigar? Like, I think I OD'd on a cigar one time. Like, I smoked so many sitting in my Jeep with my buddy.
What kind of cigars are you smoking?
I don't know. We just smoked 6 of the whole, like, we were inhaling them.
Oh, you were inhaling them. Yeah, don't do that.
And then my
do
buddy
that,
goes
Jay.
inside, dude. My buddy goes inside his house. And I guess I time gapped or something. Because, like, when I stood up and got out of the Jeep, I was like, where'd you go? And he was like, out his front door, peeking out, looking at me like, what are you doing, man? And I was like, you were just in the Jeep. And he was like, I've been inside for 5 minutes, dude. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, and then I started spinning, dude.
Well,
6 full cigars.
Yeah, if you have, I mean, the most I've done in a day, I think I've done 5 or 6 before, and I did not feel great the next day.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear it in my voice that I've smoked.
Yeah.
But
I got to be careful about that with cigars.
Bro, I lose my voice. Like,
I lose my voice
How do
all
you
the time.
how do you keep your?
I don't. Like that last
do you
show
have a
in
trick?
Kentucky,
Do you have a trick? Like,
I've tried it all and none of it works, dude. Throat coat makes my voice worse.
really?
That Kentucky show, I should have never drank it before, or I would have been okay. But I don't know.
See, I've heard different things from different people. So Atlas, he's another one with that rasp, and Atlas says his thing is blowing through a straw. So he'll just walk around, like that.
Yeah.
Just blowing
With
through
the
a
liquid
straw.
in it, like. Brrr.
I don't even think the liquid. I think he's just blowing in a straw.
Air?
Yeah, I think he's like got like an empty McDonald's cup. And he's just blowing into it.
Okay, word.
I'll have to double check with him. But he's another one where his voice is like he's a vocal guy. Like
he's a big vocal guy.
Yeah. Where he's done that. We were at tailgates last year, and somebody told me about olive oil. So one of the catering ladies, I forget her name, sweet little lady, went and got me a bottle of olive oil.
Okay.
And I was doing swigs of olive oil on the main stage at tailgates. When I tell you my stomach was upset.
Oh, I bet,
Bro, it was hilarious.
I bet. Does that work?
I mean,
Did it bring it?
It cleansed me out.
Oh God, dude.
It was just hilarious because I'm up there with DJ Cliffy D and we're passing a blunt back and forth and I'm just swinging off.
Yeah, I mean, I tried honey. You know, I'll hit the honey. I got this spray that I'll spray sometimes.
I got a spray off of Amazon, but I lose my voice on like usually by like day 3 or 4 if I'm doing a main stage. It's tough.
Yeah, usually day 3 or 4 of the tour. If we're doing weekday shows too, I'm pretty cooked. It's the meet and greets that I lose my voice at, though.
Because it's the music's loud in the venue.
You're trying to talk.
And you're talking over.
Yeah. And I'm going to give them that. Like, I'm not going to be like, sorry, my voice.
No,
like,
you can't do that to your
I'm going to
people.
give those people in that room everything that I have.
Yeah.
Even if the people tomorrow have to sit and, like, shake my hand because I can't even sing.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do it while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're there.
Yeah, dude. It's important. What's a piece of advice that you would have for a guy or girl that was in your situation a few years ago and trying and making music that you were proud of, but you knew wasn't quite it? Like, what would you tell that kid like that's coming up in a situation like you were?
I would probably say just, you don't have to post the shit until you get it where you want it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to post it and show your friends, show your family, but like, you'll know when that music gets to where it's postable, right? Because I've got a lot of songs out that I'm not proud of because I just posted everything, right? So it's like, if you keep chipping away at that thing, it's like the gym. You're going to get better at it. Just keep on chipping it. I don't believe that I have any natural talent or anything like that. It's just like purely a skill that I developed over time to be where it's at now.
Yeah.
And I think if you just don't quit, the only way to fail is if you quit, right? Yeah. So it's like, just don't ever quit. There's nothing in me that will ever give up.
Yeah.
So I was just going to chase it, I would say, and just, you don't have to post it. Wait till it gets good enough, then post it.
Yeah.
See what happens, and then let it fly.
And now, what's something that you would tell younger you? Like, you're getting to do things that you could not have even expected in your wildest dreams, brother. Like, you talk about seeing the flyers for Rock the South, and now you're on the damn lineup with a girl like Jessie Murph. You've gotten to do crazy. You talk about the Wharf experience with Jelly Roll, and you've got millions upon millions of people listening to your music daily, monthly. People paying money to come out and see you and your boys play, and then wait in line to shake your hand and tell you a story about what your song has done for them. Like, what would you tell that kid, whether it was down in Mobile or Coleman or that kid that was getting picked on in school, to where you are now at 29 years old?
I would say that you are good enough. I never thought I was cool enough. I never thought I was, good looking enough or popular enough to be worth it, to try, to even socialize. I wasn't very social. I didn't have very many friends. I didn't try. But I would tell that kid, like, dude, the bigger your personality is, the more you just let that thing shine. Who cares if these 5 popular kids at your one school that's a little pin dot on the map don't like you. You got the rest of the world, you know, like you're good enough, you relate to enough people, and there's way more people that aren't those 5 popular kids in the world than there are popular kids, you know? So it's like whatever that is. But I would tell that kid that he is good enough not to listen to everybody saying he's not, and just grind your ass off. It's going to get better.
Dude. Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
man. This was long overdue, and I can't wait for October. Dude, I'm so stoked. Same. I can't wait for. That'll be the month that you're doing that. That the record will be coming out is the month that you're doing Rock the South.
What a month, dude.
And you will have been a couple months deep on the Homesick Tour. Some of those Brantley shows.
Our set will be different. That show.
Oh,
totally different.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped, dude. And anything we can do, album wise, I'd love to talk with you about ways we can promo. I mean, I see a night where you come in and just blow the door off of Odie's on a Wednesday night.
Let's do it.
If you're not on the road, you'll probably be on the road, but we'll figure
probably
something
will
out.
be, but not every day, you know, like who knows? Let's do it.
Yeah, if we
Please,
could
I would love to help.
Imagine we had that. We had fucking Eddie. We had Trey.
Yeah. Dude, let's do it. I would love that.
We just have a night of Jay and the homies.
Dude, let's call it that.
Jay and the homies.
Merch and everything. With Ray's Rowdy merch.
Yeah. Oh, we would love that.
Let's do it.
I'd be so down. So we'll have to talk to Michael and the team about that. But
please do.
Y'all be sure to go check out my man, Jay Webb. We love this dude. Be on the lookout for the new music. Go stream stream What You Waiting For, the newest song out.
And Echoes should be out by this.
Yeah, this will be this will be coming out. I'm trying to think. This will be out in 3 weeks.
Okay, Echoes.
Yeah. Go stream. What's that one about, real quick?
It's kind of like Broken. It's about the deeper, darker side of the shit that I've been through. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing those echoes.
Yep.
Sick. Hell yeah. Well, y'all go check out Echoes and be sure to get your tickets for the Homesick Tour, Brantley Gilbert's Real American Tour. Rock the South. If you're watching this and listening to this and you see us at Rock the South, come on over, say hey, and have a party. Maybe we'll have maybe I'll bring some extra cigars for the people.
Dude.
We just smoked cigars in
Yeah,
Decatur.
dude.
That'd be wild.
Let's do it.
But seriously, brother, appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
And
Thank you, man.
y'all be sure to go check out Jay Webb. For more on us, visit raisedrowdy.com. And yeah, we'll see y'all next time. This has been Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill.
I ain't never been the kind for staying in one place for too long. I ain't never been the best at saying I love you to a girl I love. Only got a couple tricks up my sleeve. They usually just make